I'm going to cover the balance. Who am I now, today? So this is about realization. So now you will begin the process of realization of you, your relations, and your world through an instrument of forgiveness. So the forgiveness and gratitude, these are the two extraordinary instruments what each one of us should use to have a fulfilling life, to have a peaceful life, to have a happy life. Not only that, to realize and go near our intent of moksha, if not in this year, if not in this birth, in next birth. So the forgiveness and gratitude are two extraordinary instruments all of us has. Today we are going to cover forgiveness. And then I'm going to brief you on intention statement and the vision board so that you can develop your intention statement as a homework and create your vision board as a homework. And then on 4th of September, you are going to present, every one of you are going to present your vision, your version 4.0 to the class. So this is our plan. So the forgiveness. Let me see whether, yeah, share. Achha, every time we have to reshare the sound. Huh? Okay. Okay, fine. Forgiveness. So this is a definition what I have created. I mean, this is not a dictionary definition per se. So what is forgiveness for our program or Mastermind Life or now in future for all of you? So the forgiveness is the intentional and voluntary process. So it is intentional. It is your intention. Nobody is asking you. Nobody is forcing you. It is your own intention and it is voluntary. You are doing it on a voluntary basis. There is no transaction. There is no give and take. I will forgive you. You will forgive me. No, no, no. It is intentional and voluntary process by which one, that is you, who may initially feel victimized or hurt. Because the feeling of the victimized or the hurt feeling is also your feeling. Whether it is true or that we don't know. That is how you perceive. Right? If originally you might have perceived that you are hurt or victimized, you undergo a change in feeling and attitude regarding a given offense and the offender. It can be situation, it can be event, and there can be some people, one or more, associated with that particular event or that particular trauma or that particular victimization in your life. So you will undergo the change in feelings and attitude and overcome negative emotions related to that particular person and or incidents. So intentional, voluntary change in your own feelings and you overcoming your negative emotions associated with that person or event is what forgiveness for us is all about. And this is what now we are going to do. Extremely important process in life, because we have some other programs, because we cannot put everything into this single program. Otherwise, it will be too difficult for people to comprehend this particular program in this short time.
I can't hear.
Is anyone speaking?
The picture is frozen. Hemant, your picture is frozen and we can't hear you.
I think
even I missed out on the last couple of seconds.
And I mean, from Hemant's side, some internet connection problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hemant, we are able to see you now. It got frozen actually for a couple of seconds.
But Hemant has to unmute.
Yes, yes. So,
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, thank you. Right. So I was saying that we have some other programs right, wherein we go into the depth of all these particular things, but it is not necessary for you. For you, this particular gist is enough. And I want all the ACTP students, right, to only focus on the ACTP program, because this itself is means your plate will be overfull with so much things we are doing. I think it is enough. So don't think about much, but I cannot put everything here. For example, the gratitude is part of my another program. But if I want to put everything into the single program of ACTP, it is not possible. So what I have done, I am giving you the essence. So this forgiveness process empties your mind, and this emptying the mind will create enormous opportunities for you. So there is a science behind what I am saying. So right now you think that forgiveness is emptying my mind to absorb positive opportunities in my life. So this is the why part of the forgiveness. And we will, okay, since there was a, so every time we have to share sound. So this is a Zoom technology. Anything happens, we have to reshare the sound. Okay, so it's a small video on forgiveness.
Have you ever been unexpectedly broken up with, unfairly fired, or maliciously targeted? The hurt you felt may have taken on a life of its own, turning into an obsessive hatred, suffering, and desire for revenge that consumed all other aspects of your life. How can resentment spiral out of control and completely devour us? And how do we stop it from doing so? Hi, I'm Peter Montoya from Thrive Union, and I'll be sharing our current thinking on breaking the cycle of resentment, why it's so important, and how forgiveness frees us. Resentment is the bitter indignation or anger for a perceived injustice, insult, or mistreatment. It's a constant reminder to harm others because they harmed us. Resentment is unmanifested revenge. If left unchecked, resentment becomes a festering wound that worsens over time. Writer and politician Malaki McCourt wrote, "Resentment is like taking poison and waiting for the other person to die." However, resentment has a place. It's an evolutionary reminder to take revenge. Our ancestors survived the harsh conditions of ancient life by creating tight-knit communities. Betraying social cohesion not only threatened individuals, but it also threatened our species. To enforce social cohesion, our ancestors needed a weapon, like revenge, to keep people in line. Current research shows that for most people, revenge is used to send a message, to change behavior, and prevent further harm. It gets individuals to return to social norms so the group can thrive. However, revenge as enforcement can rip apart communities and relationships, destroying rather than connecting. Hence, communities that also learn to practice forgiveness and let go of resentment survive much better than those who only use revenge. Another one of our videos looks at how boundaries help us avoid revenge. For now, it's enough to know that taking revenge and granting forgiveness both clear the feeling of resentment, but forgiveness has more personal benefits. The Mayo Clinic reports that forgiveness creates healthier relationships, improves mental health, and lowers anxiety, stress, and hostility. Other studies show it lowers blood pressure, helps depression, boosts the immune system, and improves self-esteem. It clears toxic resentment without destroying others or ourselves. So how do we forgive? For that, we'll turn to clinical psychologist Everett Worthington's REACH model. First, recall the hurt. Don't suppress your emotions, but decide you want to forgive to clear resentment from your life. Second, empathize with the person who wronged you. Imagine them sitting in a chair next to you. You can first pour out your heart to them, but imagine them explaining themselves. Try to get in their head and their heart. Empathize. Third, give an altruistic gift of forgiveness. Recall times when you were forgiven. Then decide you'll give the same gift to your offender. Fourth, commit. Write out a declaration of forgiveness, such as, "Today, I forgave so-and-so for hurting me." Fifth, hold on to forgiveness. Forgiveness is a process. Don't self-shame if it takes time. Review your commitment declaration and consider what you'll gain by forgiving. To end resentment in relationships, stop trying to win. Therapist Jeffrey Rubin told one couple, "Be more interested in understanding your spouse or the person who offended you than in winning. Otherwise, reconciliation will take longer than it needs to, and you'll both lose. Guaranteed. Compassionate, empathetic listening fosters understanding and forgiveness, while winning arguments only increases resentment. Licensed clinical social worker Carrie Gaspard wrote, "I've come to realize is that forgiveness is more of a perspective and a practice. It lets go of your old baggage so you can heal and move on with your life. It's about giving yourself and your loved ones the kind of future you and they deserve, unhampered by hurt and recycled anger. It simply means that you are unwilling to give others power over you. Forgiveness breaks the cycle of resentment, freeing us to live the lives we were meant to. So the next time you're severely hurt by a breakup, firing, or social slight, rather than swallowing a handful of poison pills, choose to practice forgiveness and let go of resentment so you can thrive."
So the first point in the forgiveness is to empathize with the offender. Empathize with the offender by creating multiple stories in your mind. They can be fictitious stories because we don't know. You have not taken the photo of the mind of the offender at that time when the offense took place. When I say the offense means, I say any bad thing happened to you, any injustice happened to you, right? Whatever is that. So I'm using the word offense. It doesn't necessarily has to be that, offensive, but it can be that offensive, it can be less offensive, it can be a little bit of injustice. Whatever is that negative emotions in your mind, empathize with the offender or the situation or the setup or the organization. That is, they might have some compulsions, they might have some kind of other things, right? So that is the first thing. Why? Because otherwise your brain will not support you to forgive. Your brain needs some multiple stories. Your subconscious might need to be fed with the multiple stories. Okay, this might be the possibility. You don't know the truth. You are not going to necessarily discuss with the offender, right? Because it is intentional and voluntary and it's a process from your side. You may or may not involve the offender in this particular process of the forgiveness, but in your mind you are imagining that is okay, these might be the probabilities that the offender was compelled to do this, right? So this is one step. This is the first step. Then why it is necessary to forgive? So it is necessary to forgive for your own benefit. We are doing it selfishly. The forgiveness in our exercise is not about being good or great or being human. No. Forgiveness in our exercise is being selfish. The baggage of the resentments, the baggage of the anger, right? The baggage of unhappiness, the baggage of hate, right, is occupying a good space in my mind and not able, and this is the reason why I am not able to absorb positive opportunities from the universe. So this baggage is what I want to remove for my own benefit. Whether the offender will get the benefit or that is secondary for me. I am forgiving the offender or the organization or the group or the situation for my own benefit. This is our take on the forgiveness, so that you can heal, so that you can create a space in your mind to absorb universal positive energy. So now what we are going to do, I am going to post 5 questions on the WhatsApp group. And in 20 minutes, again, means the same groups, you need to discuss this particular process, means you need to answer this particular question. So what I will do, first I will show you those particular questions so that you will start thinking in that particular direction. So wait. So I'm just increasing the size. Yeah. So these are the questions. I will reshare, don't worry. These I have specifically created because there is a course study guide which has more details, but since few of you might not have read the course study guide, so these are the 5 concise questions. So the first question, what each one of you need to discuss in the group is how you describe forgiveness. One is the definition what I have given you, but you may modify it for your own understanding, or you may carry on with the same definition, up to you. So this is the first pointer you will express in a group. The second pointer you will express in a group, that is, as per you, what are the pros and cons of deciding to forgive a person who has wronged you? Or you can even forgive yourself for your any wrongdoing. So whether you forgive yourself or whether you forgive other person or organization or group, what are the pros and cons of that as from your view? Then the third point which you will share with your group members is whether or not you have made the decision to forgive immediately, instantly, right now. Describe how things might be different if you decide to forgive. Now, since you have understood the crux of the forgiveness, can you rationalize, okay, whether means right now, if you have made the decision, fantastic. If you have not made the decision, can you at least reflect on what difference it will make to you if you decide to forgive that person or organization or group or situation? And if you have already made a decision to forgive, which should be the case in your own interest, right? Then please state so to the group, right? Along with its rationale. Okay, today I have taken a decision to forgive this particular person, and this is my rationale of forgiving that particular person. Or you may quickly tell a small story. But again, quickly and small are the two important words. Do not give too much details. Give the crux. Okay, this is what has happened. And of course, I'm not asking you to share a exact private information. No, you share the crux. You don't have to necessarily reveal the identity of that organization, of that particular person who has done something wrong to you. Even you can modify it for the sake of your own privacy. No problem. I'm talking about the crux. I'm talking about the message. I'm not talking about the details of what exactly has happened, right? Whatever you want to share, whatever you feel comfortable in sharing, that only you share. Then the fourth point which you have to share in the group is how can you benefit, right, by making the efforts to forgive as per your understanding, right? So, okay, if I forgive, these will be the benefits I get. And will it help you to change your worldview? Will it help you to change the way you are looking at the people around you? And after all this, when you are going to talk, you are going to learn and you are going to reflect, right? So it's a parallel process will happen with you. When you are sharing, you will also get some kind of revelations and some kind of thought clarity parallelly. You are sharing, getting thought clarity, sharing, getting thought clarity. And then at the end of your sharing within your group, you have to share what is your view of the forgiveness going forward. Why? Because you will learn from the group members. So the idea is once everyone, two people or the three people within the group will share this, automatically you will take some inputs from each other and you will further enhance, right, your outlook towards the forgiveness and your action towards the forgiveness going forward. So these are the 5 questions what you are going to discuss in the group, right? So I'm going to give you again 20 minutes. So right now it is 11:56. So I'm talking about 20 minutes means 16, that is 12:16 is what I am talking about. So by 12:16, complete this particular exercise. This is a very powerful exercise and you will learn during this exercise automatically. Okay. So with this, I am first opening the breakout rooms. Same breakout.
I don't have a partner. You'll have to give me a new partner. Winnie wasn't feeling quite well. So,
So you want a partner. Okay. Monica, do you want to be partner with Seema? Monica?
Yeah, that would be okay. My partners as of now are Venkat sir and Nikunj.
But Venkat has already left. So now I can't.
Okay, yeah, I would love to. Yes.
No. But the Venkat has already left the room somehow.
Oh.
So that has created a problem now. So Abdul,
you're welcome to our group. Yeah.
Abdul. Yes. So no. So I will put Abdul with Seema. Okay.
okay.
For that particular intense conversation I'm talking about. So Abdul to be moved to room number 7. Move to room number 7.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes, yes.
Sir, what if it means that you need to compromise with your value or principle?
Yeah. See, it is not about compromising the value. It is embracing the forgiveness, embracing the
So someone
forgiveness.
has done something wrong, which is like, do you forgive him that time, or do you, like, if it is against your principles?
No. Yeah. So means it is against your principles. Still, you will forgive that particular person for your own benefit if you are selfish. But if you are not selfish, if you are ready to suffer, means okay.
Maybe, sir, my definition is wrong. I'll give you an instance. Okay. So, say someone
Okay,
has.
okay, all balanced people can start their conversation. I'm discussing with the Nikunj for some time.
Can you
please
pose the question, please? Can you pose the question in the WhatsApp group?
Yeah. Wait.
Please. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. So
Yeah.
let this question go. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes,
Sir,
Nikunj.
maybe my understanding is wrong. So suppose I'll give you a real instance. Okay.
Yeah.
And so there is my security team is there. And one person, what he did is he didn't come for 3 months. Okay. And many people called him and many people messaged him. He didn't reply. Then he came back and he told me, sir, I was in a situation. I told him I forgive him and I took him back. Okay. But this guy again repeated the same thing. Now, principally, I shouldn't allow him inside because he is doing something which is setting a wrong example for others also, and it is against the ethics also. You should value your job. So, will this fit into this forgiveness thing, or it will not at all fit into? Or forgiveness, we are talking only and only when someone comes and hurts me. This is not hurting me, but this is against the principles like value.
So whether it is occupying your mind.
No, it is not occupying my mind.
Okay, then this incidence is not related to the forgiveness.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
We are the only first two. Oh my gosh.
Wow, that's nice. Okay. Okay. We are bang on, I guess. That's good. Excellent. Excellent.
I think Abdul is I think gonna miss us.
Seema,
Because
right? He joined.
Abdul is with
Yeah,
Seema, yeah.
correct. He's joined Seema's too. Yes. Good. Did you have any specific instance like what I had in my life, wherein there was a big baggage which you had to leave and go on, forgive and go on, kind of?
Because you are a professional. I have never been a professional. I have only aided my husband, and I've been an entrepreneur. I have one in my college, and I've been a fashion designer. So I have not been a professional. So all those that you and Abdur associate with is something which I have not come across with.
Okay. Okay.
So those emotions I am totally lacking. And even now, when I'm helping my husband in his travel industry, I'm a completely cocooned person, you know. I am only handling his PR.
Okay.
Most of the time, I'm just going on the sofa and just warming my seat. So what I'm seeing is just the overall. I'm just keeping a hawk's eye on the working. I am not into it myself physically.
Okay. Okay. I get what you're saying.
Right. What I'm handling is from a very from a point where I am just telling, I'm just opining, I'm giving suggestions, and it's taken up. So I'm not into doing those things, you know. And I have a different, being a director of the company, I have a different a stature. People around are not going to treat me the same way as you will experience while you
correct.
your job.
Correct.
So I have
a different side of the table, probably. Yes, you're right.
I do not have those kind of experiences that you people are having. For me, the challenge is different. For me, the challenge as being a woman and then a housemaker, and you know, for me those
a lot actually.
For me, those are more important for me. While this is very, very minuscule, and it just is a smooth thing for me because I am commanding all the time.
Okay.
I am just dictating, you know, just opining. So it becomes a very different thing. And yeah, nobody's joined us yet, Karthik?
Looks like. What time is it supposed to end? 12:17, he said, right?
You know what? We are again in the room.
Only 5 questions, that's all, isn't it? Was it so difficult?
We went very fast. We went really very fast. People are going to give long stories, actually. That's it, you know.
Probably. But the questions are also all intertwined. No, it's not that, like the previous set, wherein we had 10 different questions. Most of them were individual thoughts again, right? So, I mean, individual questions, mutually exclusive kind of. Whereas here, most of them are intertwined, like pros and cons. What is the benefit? There is another question. What would you do if it is not taken care of? So it's all one.
Very intertwined, and you can't just go on just one thing because you are taking everybody's time now. So you have to be a little sensible while talking. And even the last time, my strength and all, I was completely off the hook. When I realized, I was just realizing, I thought I want to just miss it up, you know, and just hear people talking and take in what they are. Because most of the time, when you have to also talk, you are not listening. So it is more important to listen. And I just wanted to give it a skip when I just.
What I normally do is I take notes when somebody is talking generally. Okay, we have got We have got friends with us now. All right.
Yeah. So as I was telling, the forgiveness is a process, and I'm not expecting that that process can get completed today. But if this thought is clear in your mind, the feeling is clear in mind that you are going to forgive for your own benefit. And believe me, our brain understands selfish intentions very well, because our brain wants to protect you. Our brain wants to do the things which are helpful to you. So when you tell brain that is okay, I am forgiving for this particular benefit, the brain will support you. So I am using that particular principles of the neuroscience in this particular process of the forgiveness.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So with this, and of course, you will share at the end of the session. So the right now we are moving with an intention statement and a vision board, and all the information is already there in the coach study guide. And what your version 4.0 presentation you are going to make on 4th of September session, right? So in that, this particular information is very valuable, wherein I will give you 4 minutes per person, and in that particular 4 minutes you will present. So whether you use PPT or whether you use whatever is the technology is secondary. In that 4 minutes, you have to convey few pointers, which I am going to explain you at the end of today's session. So intention statement with elevated emotion, because with your intention, you have to merge your emotion. Then only you will get 100% brain support, because human beings are all emotional animals, not rational, not logical. We are all emotional. We justify our emotion logically and rationally. We definitely use our brain, but in majority of the times, not 100% of the times, majority of the times, we use our cognitive brain to rationalize our emotions. You will talk very logically, rationally, practically, but it is the emotional decision which you justify. So this is the what happens with the human being really. This is not I am saying, this is what the science and the research on the brain and the neuroscience is saying. So unless you attach emotion to the intention statement, nothing is going to happen. So you require that emotional support to go ahead with your intention, What is this intention, right? So the intention is your direction. That is, in which direction, what is your intention? See, the intention is very powerful thing, right? And I'm going to explain this from the principle of karma as well. Means it is like the importance of the process. So the process is important. That doesn't mean the result is not important, but the process is important, and the process is definitely designed for some goal. We don't design any process ad hoc, right? So the process is designed to achieve some goal. But once we design the process, we do not get perturbed, worried about the result. We just focus on the process. So this is what Lord Krishna actually has said. And the people will take any meaning. Result is not important, only process is important. No. Fruit is not important. No, fruit is important. But when you design the process to get that particular fruit, do not keep thinking about the fruit. Start focusing only on the process, is what Lord Krishna said. In an intention statement, what is the intention statement? So it is your intention behind doing the things. It is the why. Whether it is your intention to contribute, whether your intention is selfish, whether, I'm not saying selfish is wrong or something like that. I'm just talking about what is your real intention. That intention will decide on the result as well as how you will feel about the result. So the intention is the vital force. And you already have taken a life purpose test. The life purpose test will give a direction. That is okay. Whether your direction is of a learner, whether your direction is of an entrepreneur, whether your direction is of a coach, that is a person who converses well for the benefit of both parties, or your direction is of a communicator, wherein you will add value to the society through your communication. So these are the 4 broad ways is what this particular life purpose test give you. You can have the intention based on this particular insight as well. Why? Because that is the natural energy you already have. So if your intention is aligned with your natural energy, then there is a very high success that that intention will fructify you, right? And give you the impetus to live a fulfilling life. So let us understand the relation of a karma and intention. Okay. This I have already explained you. That is, it is not that results are not important. Results are important. But you design a process for the result. Once you decide the process steps to achieve the result, do not think about the result. Think about the process is what the, and you are doing that for what intention? Right? Means, for example, Pandavas went to hell. And when they went to hell and when the Yudhishthira reached the heaven, and there is a long story, and I'm not going to tell the story right now. And when he saw Kauravas were there in the heaven, so he got angry. That is, how come my brothers are not in the heaven and these Kauravas are there? So what had happened? Of course, it's a mythology, it's a story and all that. Don't go into the exact nitty-gritties of the story. Just take the essence, right? So what was the essence? That the Kauravas died doing their duty. What was their intention? Their intention was doing the duty. Like a Sainik, like a soldier, right? In a war, is killing other people, but he is doing the duty. What is his intention? His intention is not wrong. His intention is to safeguard his country and do his duty. So with that intention, if you do, right, you will get right fruits. But if your intention is wrong, right? Okay, I am a soldier, but now I will use my rifle to kill my personal enemy, right? And I will say that this particular personal enemy was a traitor. Now that intention is going to give the fruit. So the karma, what you get in this lifetime is through your intention, not through the results, right? So this is the thing. So let us understand this again with a small video before we going ahead. So why stereo sound? Yes.
Intentions are goals mixed with passion. They are goals blended with powerful desire. When you set an intention for a result you want in your life and believe it will come about, you are sending a signal to the universe, a signal to your own subconscious mind that will ensure you are actively searching for ways to make that desire a reality in your life. When you have an intention, you are far more likely to achieve the result you want because you are actively searching for positive ways to make your intention true to you. Think about it. Say you set the intention in the morning to be more lighthearted and playful in the day. Do you think it is more likely or less likely that you will be searching for and creating moments of fun, playfulness, and joy throughout your day? Can you then understand how, by setting many powerful intentions every single day, these intentions can completely change your life? Of course they can, because every single positive moment in your life carries a compound effect. That little moment of fun and playfulness with your partner, friend, or family, that leads to a stronger, closer relationship in the future, which leads to better and better moments, stronger and stronger bonds, happier and happier times. The intention of patience and non-judgment, that builds your strength in that area And in the future, when life provides you with great challenges, your response to those challenges affects your future in a much more positive way than if you didn't practice that intention. In contrast, imagine if you never have any intentions of strengthening your emotions, your mind, your peace, your results, and happiness. You are at the mercy of the circumstances that arrive in your life, not a place I would suggest staying. If you are at the mercy of what life throws your way, your response to circumstance will be mostly negative. Your response is that of a victim, responding with anger and stress. Of course, these responses compound on each other as well, and of course affect your relationships, finances, happiness, and peace in your future. They affect your future in a negative way because what you put out always comes back to you. You can call it the law of attraction if you like, but really, it is just common sense. How can you expect a happy, positive, loving life if your reactions are always with stress, anger, frustration, and resentment toward life? You can change this. And the best news is it only takes one moment to make that decision. Make that decision. Decide to set powerful intentions every morning of your life. Today, it is my intention to be grateful for everything I do have, to really feel deeply all the blessings in my life I take for granted, and to actively search for things throughout this day I can be grateful for. Today, it is my intention to be patient at all times, especially when I'm challenged in the toughest of moments. Today, it is my intention to be present, especially when I feel like I have a lot to do. Today, it is my intention to be kind and compassionate toward others, to always put myself in others' shoes and not judge anyone as I do not know their situation. Today, it is my intention to be playful and lighthearted, to laugh more, to have more fun and not take life so seriously. Today, it is my intention to love first, to put love and those I love before all things, especially material things and money. Today, it is my intention to believe in myself unconditionally, to know I am capable of anything I set my mind to. There are many ways you can set intentions. You can do it as part of a meditation, as a prayer, as an incantation or a command. You can write it down, speak it aloud, or speak it silently in your mind. Do what is best for you. Just make sure you do it. It will change your life if your intention is to let it do so.
So there are some conditions to create intention statement. So the intention statement can be long-term, intention statement can be daily, right? So especially if you want to create your long-term intention statement, right? For a daily creation of intention statement, it is very simple, right? So any positive psychology principle you can use to create any daily intention statement. I'm talking about your intention towards your life. If you have to create that particular long-term life intention statement, number one, get creative and think about unlimited abundance. Why? Because you are a part of the divine. You are pure consciousness. There is no limit to you. The limit is in your mind. It is in your belief system. And it is a fact. It is the truth. It is the truth not devised by me, but devised by very wise people thousands of years back. So why you are limiting yourself in your thinking? So you can think whatever you can think, right? Then allow yourself to dream. Don't take life so seriously because practically it is nothing. In the global scheme of things, although you are part of the pure consciousness and all that, right? So considering this particular tamjham of universe, you are nothing. So don't take too much seriously. If you do any mistake, it's all right. If you fail, it is all right, right? Nothing is going to change your life as well as the world, right? So being a dust particle, but that dust particle is also divine dust particle. Being a dust particle, dream, right? Even if your dreams will fail, you don't have to worry. But do not constrain your mind. Okay, I can't be the prime minister. I can't be the president. I can't be the CEO, right? I can't be this. I can't be that. No, why? Right? So dream. Then you need to be sincere towards your intention statement. Man, it should not be casual. If your intention is to contribute, you have to be sincere. I'm not saying you should excel in that. No, it depends, right? It depends on the market. It depends on the opportunity. But what is your intention? Your intention is not external oriented. It is your internal locus of control. You are not asking other people, that is what should be my intention, right? You are having that particular intention, right? With that particular intention, you will live your life. Sometimes you will get success, sometimes you will get failure, all right. But are you sincere in your intention statement? Then join your feelings with that intention. Means your intention can't be mechanical. Your intention can be 2 + 2 = 4. Okay, right? So my intention is to walk straight like this. No. So don't go into 100% cognitive mode. Feel your intention. Attach emotions to your intention statement, right? Then only there is a possibility that that intention statement will really fructify. Whatever you long for in life, whether it is spirituality, whether it is wealth, whether it is social recognition, right? Feel it intensely. A human birth, right, can be enjoyed only with intensity, not with casuality, not with being serious, but being intense. Leave the moment intense. So this is the power of intent. It's a very powerful, right? I mean, you have to really explore this further. I'm just giving you the crux. There is an extraordinary power in this particular intention, and do not have any mind block in creating a larger than life intention statement for you, because it is all possible. It is possible for me, it is possible for you, it is possible for each and every human being on this earth to have the intention what they want and work towards that particular intention. Once you have the intention, then you will not think about the result. Once you have the intention statement, you will only work. And once you have a direction in life, once you are clear in which direction you are moving, all your agony, sorrows, and frustrations will go down. Why? Because you are very peaceful. Okay, whatever is happening to me is all right. Am I working in a right direction? So only direction is in our hand in this life. Result is not in our hand, because the result has variety of the complex mechanisms, right? Social pressures, environment, variety of the other things. The results will have the so many impact, but the process is in your hand. The intention is in your hand. So just focus on the intention. There are 6 steps to find the intention. They are again in the course study guide. I will just brush through this because this is your homework. This is not the session is meant for. So if you want to make your intention statement for career, your intention statement can be for the personal life, can be for the social life, and can be for the career. The example here use is for your professional life. So first you need to understand what can drive your professional career. Whether it is knowledge, what will drive, whether it is attitude, what will drive, whether it is leadership skills, what will drive, technical skills, what will drive. So you need to have that thought clarity. That is, for my kind of career, what is that shall drive my career? So this is the step number 1, clarity of thought about your direction. Then write your values and strengths and the purpose. What you have already now know, right? So you know who am I, you know your strengths, you know your values. Write them down, because the writing will create a neuroscience impact, right? So write them down is the step number 2. Then all these 6 conditions of the intention statement, remember, right? So you are the only person in your life who is constraining your life. No one else is constraining your life. They appear to be constraining your life, but they can't constrain your life. It is you who is constraining your life. So give yourself that particular larger picture space, and then understand what is the intention statement, right? So the intention statement is not goal. Intention statement is the way you want to move ahead in your life. The why is the intention statement. Why you want to do the thing what you want to do. It is not about the doing. It is not about the object. Intention is the intention behind what you want to do in your life. And then write that particular intention statement. Again, write it like you have written your strengths and values, right? Write that particular intention statement. Of course, it can't be a one-page intention statement. Why? Because if you have to really realize that intention statement, you need to be, say, NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. So linguistically, you need to be smart. You need to have it easy. You need to have it a compact, a crisp in nature, so that it is very easy for your brain to basically absorb that particular thing. Means, do not write some long chemistry equation as a intention statement. And then after the intention statement, envision your future. If I work on this intention statement, can I visualize my future, my life, and people around me? Why? Because this visualization statement will give the signal to the brain. Oh my God, this is the benefit of working on this intention statement. Now I am going to work on this particular intention statement. So let your unconscious mind accept the benefit, believe the benefit of the intention statement to give you all the support and impetus to work on that intention statement. So these are the 6 steps of you creating and benefit from the intention statement. That is your exercise, which is already there into the coach study guide. Why? Because you have to declare your intention statement on 4th September during your presentation. Also on 4th September, you are going to present your vision board. What is this vision board? So the vision board is you will visualize what you want to become. And generally, means I prefer, it means it is up to you. There is no rule for this. I prefer to visualize your next 1 to 2 years time. I don't want you to visualize your end of life or after 20 years because nobody knows, right? So where you knowing that the COVID will come and you will change your lifestyle? No, that. So like that, what is going to happen in long future? Honestly, we don't know. So it is always better to have a short term to the medium term plan or the vision. Of course, you must have a vision for your entire life. I'm not saying this, but for the purpose of the vision board, if your vision board is for the next 1 to 2 years, it will help you more. Because if something you are going to do over the next 20 years time, the vision board technique might not help you greatly. But if something you want to do in next 1 to 2 years time, and if that is there as your desktop, say this screensaver or a picture near your desktop, or where you sleep at your home in front of you on that particular wall, where you are daily seeing the vision board. Neuroscience, the brain will keep rewiring itself related to your vision board, because what brain needs means a few of you have attended my neuroscience workshop. So the brain needs repetition. Brain is already wired. Brain is already wired. For the rewiring, what you have to do? You have to do 2 things. Number 1, the new information you should relate with the old information, old wiring, because the brain will not immediately transform and forget this wiring and go for a new wiring. The brain will look for the similar information related to its wiring. So you relate this particular your new vision or the intention with the existing things, right? Of course, different, but you have to relate them. So now the brain is ready to rewire, and then with the repetition, you will rewire your brain. So the vision board helps you in rewiring your brain. Vision board utilizes the technology of the neuroplasticity, right? So this is the vision board. So the vision board is basically, okay, there is a video wherein you will understand it better. Okay. So there is a 6-step process to make a vision board. Again, it is there into the course study guide. No technology. It's a collage. It's a collage of what you want to do and what are your goals for the next 1 to 2 years, simply put. And the video will give you more information. All these 6 steps are already there into your course study guide. And he is the creator, founder of the concept of the vision board, Jack Canfield. So listen to his video for more information.
Hi there, I'm Jack Canfield. Today I want to talk to you about creating a vision board or vision book and how it can help you activate the law of attraction and achieve your greatest dreams. Your brain will work tirelessly to achieve the statements you give your subconscious mind. And when those statements are the affirmations and images of your goals, you are destined to achieve them. Now, creating a vision board is probably one of the most valuable visualization tools that's available to you. And this powerful tool serves as your image of the future. It's a tangible representation of where you are going. And it represents your dreams, your goals, and your ideal life. Now, because your mind responds strongly to visual stimulation, by representing your goals with pictures and images, you will actually strengthen and stimulate your emotions, and your emotions are the vibrational energy that activates the law of attraction. The saying, "A picture is worth 1,000 words," certainly holds true here. It's very important to illustrate your dreams and your goals visually. Now, to begin creating a vision board, start by finding pictures that represent or symbolize the experiences, the feelings, and the possessions that you want to attract into your life, and place them on your board. Now, have fun with this process. You can use photographs, cutouts from magazines, pictures from the internet you might get on places like Google Images or Pinterest, whatever inspires you. And be creative. Include not only pictures, but anything that speaks to you, such as meaningful symbols. And consider including a picture of yourself on your board. And if you do, choose one that was taken in a happy moment. Now, you'll also want to post your affirmations, inspirational word quotations, and any thoughts that inspire you on that board. So choose words and images that uplift you and make you feel good. Words like love, joy, courage, and perseverance. Now, you can use your vision board to depict goals and dreams in all areas of your life, or in just one specific area that you're most wanting to focus on. Keep it neat and be selective about what you place in your vision board. It's a good idea to avoid creating a cluttered or chaotic board, because you don't want to attract a lot of chaos into your life. So use only the words and images that best represent your purpose, your ideal future, and words that positively inspire you and bring up positive emotions inside of you. Now, there's beauty in simplicity and clarity. Too many images and too much information will be distracting and harder for your subconscious mind to focus on. Now, if you're working on visualizing and creating changes in many areas of your life, you might want to use more than one vision board. You might use one for your personal goals and another for your career and your financial goals. You might even want to keep your career vision board at the office or on your desk as a means of inspiration and affirmation, and try keeping your other vision board on the nightstand next to your bed. Leave it standing in an open position as often as you are comfortable with, and spend time each morning and evening visualizing, affirming, believing in, and internalizing those goals. The time you spend visualizing in the evening just before bed is especially powerful, because the thoughts and images that are present in your mind during the last 45 minutes before going to sleep are the ones that will replay themselves repeatedly in your subconscious mind throughout the night. And those thoughts and images that you begin each day with will help you to create a vibrational match for the future you desire that day and in the future. Now, as time goes by and your dreams begin to manifest, look at those images that represent your achievements and feel gratitude for how well the law of attraction is working in your life, and acknowledge that it's working. Don't remove the images or the pictures that represent your goals you've already achieved. Achievement of the goals on your vision board are powerful visual reminders of what you've already consciously and deliberately attracted into your life. Now, it's a good idea to create a new vision board each year. And as you continue to grow, evolve, and expand, your dreams are going to grow and expand and evolve as well. Also, your vision board is meant to be kept and cherished because they're a chronicle, not only of your dreams, but your growth and your achievements. Now, I want to leave you with a bit of homework to complete after you're done watching this video. Start to gather words and images that represent your true purpose, and then spend the evening creating your ideal vision board. Hi there, I'm
Okay, so now what has happened, that is, you have understood the crux of who am I. Today, you have realized that how forgiveness will play a crucial role in emptying your mind and allowing your mind to harness the universal positivity and opportunities. You have just understood the vision board concept. Now, with all this particular wisdom, right? So you are reforming yourself already, because yesterday I have already seen that you are talking wisely and you are having now that kind of reflection. The quality of your reflection is now different, and it is bound to happen because the process is designed for that. So now you have to think about your new avatar, that is after this particular knowledge. What is your version 4.0? Means this I have just taken from the industry 4.0 parallels, right? So in industry it is about the automation and the technology, but here it is about your new version. That is what kind of being you will be from the now onwards is your version 4.0. Of course, now since you are doing this particular coach training program, which is not necessarily only for you becoming a coach, but first is you as a human being plus as a coach. So if you want to say something about you as a transform coach, you can definitely highlight that. So what is, you now have to prepare a presentation, a very small presentation, maybe a few slides only on this particular aspect of who am I. That is, who am I means you don't have to teach Vedant like me. That is not expected. Who you are. This is a very practical and the simple I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Vedant here. Then I'm talking about your realization, what you have realized about you, your relationships and the world around you. Is there any change of the thinking and the approach you are going to have related to you, your relationships and the world around you? Is the realization what I'm talking about. And then you will make an intention statement. Why? Because your vision board and the intention statement will be related, and on your vision board you will put your intention statement. What is your intention? Why you are doing the things what you want to do? You have a goal, but why that goal is there? What is the intention behind the goal is important. Goal is important, but the more important is intention behind the goal. So that also will be part of your vision board, and that you will present right during our 4th of September session. The 4th of September session, I am only the observer and the listener. The session is all of you. All 2021 of you are going to present 4 minutes each, right? So you need to practice it, and this is the reason why the gap has been given. Right? You need to really practice even the time management. The content as well as the time management, both are important. Otherwise, we can't complete the session on time, right? So the presentation time is 4 minutes. And of course, the access will be given to you to share your screen. But it is not mandatory that you must present. It is up to you. But when you present, generally it helps you in talking systematically and point-wise. But if some of you don't want to use PowerPoint and want to speak or want to just refer to notes in your front, it is all right, right? The medium is not important. The message is important.